In Isaiah 11:1, we read, "A shoot shall come out of the stump of Jesse, and a branch shall grow out of his roots." Medieval illustrators and scribes saw this tree of Jesse as a rose plant. Along with other poetic lines from the Hebrew Bible, this verse stirs the imagination. It connects the mystery of the natural world with the spiritual truths we sense deep within. The beautiful carol, "Lo, how a rose ere blooming," describes the wonder of finding a floweret bright amid the cold of winter. It's the mystery of ancient prophecies fulfilled. Flowers bloom in places and times we think impossible. In medieval churches, the Virgin Mary was associated with the rose plant. Some interpreted Isaiah 11 as referring to Mary, a descendant of King David and his father Jesse. Mary was believed to be the shoot that emerged from a seemingly dead stump, King David's royal lineage. And on this new branch, a flower bloomed, which was Jesus, our Savior. This week, as we light the candle for peace, imagine the inner struggle which must have filled Mary's heart after the angel's visit. She had heard stories of a coming Messiah throughout her life. The prophets promised God would send someone, someday, to free her people. In a sudden flash, Mary learns that God will use her life in the most intimate way possible to fulfill that promise. It only takes a moment for her life to change profoundly. What will happen to her in this process? What about her engagement to Joseph? What about the expectations of parents and community? The changes now afoot can rob her of peace and fill her with dread. Still, she trusts, and in trusting, Mary finds peace. Trust is waning in our culture. We have long counted on jobs, industry, the banking system, government programs, military strength, and insurance policies to provide us security. But as a pandemic surges, social unrest rises, and our economic future seems imperiled, we question even long-respected institutions. As we see cracks in our systems, our peace within crumbles. Trusting God may be even more difficult, since God is not tangible. Like Mary, maybe we have a few shimmering moments we can look back on where we sensed God's presence in a profound way, but those bright visitations are elusive and fleeting. We don't always feel God's nearness, especially when the concerns of the world crowd our conflict-torn minds. How do we trust in the face of so much uncertainty? I expect Mary's trust was built over a lifetime of familiarity with the Psalms and the prayers of her people. She knew well Psalm 31, which speaks of sighing and sorrow and failing strength. She knew it ends with, "But I trust in you, O Lord. I say you are my God. My times are in your hands." Because she trusted, hope, peace, joy, and love blossomed within her when half spent was the night.